Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hopefully, you guys can hear me. I'm just setting up some stuff for um, the investigation tonight. But before I get into that, let's see here. Yeah, let's get the intro going, and I'll discuss about what's going on. All right. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you guys for joining me. I just wanted to throw something out there real quick. Tonight we are going to be doing a interview and investigation. This is just our pre-investigation, but my wife Kelsey and I are going to be doing a live investigation of the Winnemucca Collective here in town tonight. And we just want to thank the owners for reaching out to us and allowing us to come to their location and do this investigation. As I said before, if you haven't seen any of our videos, we do have them on YouTube. I will be, let me go ahead and put that link up here. And let's share that. If you guys have any information regarding the location before tonight, I have tried to look up some stuff, and I did get some information on the location itself, but it was really hard to find information about the owners. Looking up the information on the owners and the people that owned this property that we are going to be investigating tonight. It seems, like a lot of information that we're getting or we're collecting on the property itself is really, I guess, vague. I'll go over that right now on the information that I have found, but give me a minute. I'm going to try and get this on here real quick. Okay. Here it is right here. Here's the link to the website for our, I'm sorry, I'm just like, my mind has just been going. I've been up since 11 trying to get this stuff taken care of and trying to get some information on this location that we're going to be investigating. Like I said, I have been trying to find this information on this location. It's really vague. The property was bought by Sarah and Oliver Grundon in the area of Bridge Street and 2nd. It was started building in 1905. The businesses that were there were Victory Supply, Kepler's Jewelry, USA Construction Company, The Mint, which was operated in the basement, the lower section of the building, it was a salon shop. You also have the location on the left side of the property. As you're looking at it, hold on, let me see. Because, like I said, the information was very, uh, I mean, really vague. Winnemucca. There are pictures of Winnemucca at the time. And as I said, I was looking up this stuff and looking through the history of the locations for a pre-investigation information, just whatever I could get, and it was really, really, really vague. No, not that one. Here we go. Here we go. Right here. All right. Yeah. Let me put this up real quick and you guys can check it out for yourselves. And I'll just talk about it. Hold on real quick. All right. I was gonna bring my wife on, but she's getting some stuff taken care of before we get this investigation going. But as you can see, this right here is the corner of where the building is sitting now, and obviously it was not uh, built up yet. This is just some of the handles and doorbells that are downstairs, the speakeasy that you see later on when we get down there um, and do the investigation of the best basement on the corner of Second and Bridge Street, where the Overland Hotel is. And you take that if you're going down south, you'll take that right, and right there is Winnemucca Collective, which is a part of one of the two buildings that were originally there on site. Um, and let me see, because I mean, you can get a lot of pictures of the location, but you can't really get a lot of information of. Let me see if I can get the images that I had earlier of it. It's really hard trying to um, oops, do information with the limited stuff that we have available online. But yeah, I've just been at it, since this morning, and it's just been. All right, here we go. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Where are you? Yeah, it's just like really, really hard to get anything off of online. And um, especially like pictures of the locations. Um, Especially like on this street, there are a few photos on Second Street in Winnemucca, but it's like, just the corner view of Bridge Street looking down Second Street, um, going north that way. But as far as trying to find information, I did get some more information on the owners who ended up buying the property in 1925, Frank Gardias. And Frank bought the buildings from Houston, and then he later on sold the properties to his nephews, A.R. Toby, who an A.P. Gardias, Frank Gardias, and I believe it is that they're buried at the Pioneer Cemetery. From what the information I got, I know there was pictures of Sarah Houston's headstone that's there in the Pioneer Cemetery here in Winnemucca, Nevada. But yeah, I mean, really, really vague stuff. I know when we do the investigation live later on, when we walk in, when you go into the section that was the old, it looks like the supply area. It's we did get a lot of dings in there doing the walkthrough when I initially interviewed the owners and operators there, and it was really weird because there's no power to anything that's in there where we were getting the dings at, but it was there were some old objects that were original to the area, the building, the old building itself, and that was really interesting to see because it's been, anybody that knows doing paranormal stuff, if there is any energy or residual energy around an object that is not being supplied by power, or it has power areas around it, um, yeah, you will tend to get that. I want to say residual energy that will pop up on the millimeters, and that was really cool. So I just want to say that we're grateful for having this time to be able to do this tonight, to see what we can get. And see what it is that is possibly there. If there is anything of a residual energy or a spirit that is possibly in the area of the building, um, and see what we can get on, get on tape, get on video, get on audio. If anything comes through, if there's any answers um, that or messages that the spirits that some of the owners have seen or have witnessed in the area, um, that's going to be really cool to see what we get. Like I said, if there is anything, um, but yeah, I'm just like really, I'm really stoked. This is going to be really good. Um, and as I said before, my wife and I are going to be doing more investigations in the area with some of the businesses, and try and see what we can get and put out there on video as evidence of what we've caught. And it's just, it's one of those things, like I said, we do this because we really want to see if there are things that are still lingering around. And as anybody that knows the history of Winnemucca, it is not the greatest. In some instances, you have a lot of tragedy and a lot of death that happens in some of these areas and these spots. And getting that residual energy, the evidence of those residual energies that are around in the area, yeah, it can be, iffy at times. I want to say, is because you do get some of these entities that are around in these locations or are in the locations that are trying to influence or manifest themselves in any way in and around the areas of these locations because of the tragic situations that happened, or you just get spirits that are lingering around because it's a place that they love and they remember and they want to hang out and they want to be there. And as I was saying to the operators, the owner and operators of the business, is that it's really one of those things of seeing what's in the location, what's going on. If they have witnessed or seen or experienced something that's there, getting the information of what it is, who it is, and why they are in the location. Getting as much evidence and collecting that for them, so that way they kind of have an answer of, okay, well, this is why I'm seeing this, or this is why this is happening, or this is why I feel a certain way when I come in or I'm walking around or whatever. It's kind of putting a visual on what is being experienced in the location, if there is in fact anything that is happening. And we're not doing this, as I said before, when I was talking to them this week, before we conduct this investigation, is the exploitation of businesses or people during these investigations. If there's something that's going on or something that is happening on the locations, the whole point of us doing this is not only just to get the answers for the people or the businesses or the owners, etc. It's to capture the evidence or get answers if there's something there that has a reasoning for being in the area or is around or has a message for the people that we're trying to get the answers for. And in some cases, and I'm not saying that in this case that it is, but in some cases you do get some entities, and I've been contacted by some other friends that are wanting us to help them with these malevolent spirits or entities or this, I want to say phenomena that is happening to them because they can't explain what's happening to them, and it seems like events of tragic outcomes are happening or manipulating the area around them, and it's affecting the person or persons in the location. And we're working on trying to get that figured out as well. And as I said before, my wife Kelsey and I are trying to help this individual or individuals and trying to figure out what is going on. And it's not just a okay, well, let me go see what I'm doing, what you got, and leaving or stirring up the pot, so to say, at locations. When we do investigations, especially in this other one not relating to the one we're going to be doing tonight, and trying to get answers to help this person or persons that is dealing with what's going on, and getting answers as to why it is happening and why it is being malevolent, and finding what it is. And as I've always said before, if I need to, or she needs to, as together, if we need to conduct whatever ceremonies, rituals, or spell bindings that we need to conduct, and I need to get answers from an outside source to get help for it, because as I said, you never go into a location thinking that you are the main problem solver. Especially when it comes to entities or things that are being malevolent in locations, because you always go into the investigation knowing that you have full control of the situation, and you are the one that is bringing that, I want to say, positive energy, as far as being able to handle and deal with whatever is there, and letting them know that, hey, we're coming in here to do this, get some answers, but there are boundaries being set, and spell binding and putting in place these boundaries that need to be barriers that need to be set when you do these things, because mentally and physically it can take a toll on people, because they go into these things just fully open, and you get attachments, and you get things that start lingering on around you, and you carry that with you. And if you leave a location, it can follow and attach itself to you and cause things to happen if it is indeed, something malevolent. But um, yeah, like I said before in our last, my last video that I was doing, just letting you guys know about the investigation that was going to be coming up, and today is the day. We're super excited for it, and as I said, thank you guys so much for allowing us to do it. And we will be getting in touch with everybody once we go live or before we go live to do the pre-interview and the walkthrough of the location. When we actually do the investigation, what I'm going to be doing is we're going to just record it, because it's going to be really hard for me to try and get visual on. If we can, I will definitely try and stream it live, but if we cannot, then you guys will see the video of the investigation as it unfolded through the audio and the video that we capture. But as I said before, here at High Desert Paranormal Investigators, my wife and I, we take this stuff very seriously. We do understand that when we go into a place that we are entering into a place that is not our domain, it's like walking into somebody's house, and you got to be respectful, and you've got to understand that whatever is in these places or is around these locations, that they have been there for a long time, or trying to find the answers of why and who they are. It's kind of like talking to another person. It's not you don't just go in there and be like, hey, you need to freaking move this freaking cup right now, or else and you just don't do that kind of stuff, but just try and get in there and get answers to what is happening, or anything that is around. But we appreciate everybody that's following the groups and that has been following us since we started uploading and trying to get this information out about paranormal activity, or the world of the paranormal. And thank you guys for being here. We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As I said, I'll be going live later on with video uploads, or going live with a stream if we're on location and we're able to do it with connectivity and such. But thank you guys. Look for the video that's going to be coming out, and as I said before, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.